What happens when a business grows but the system doesn't grow? Hi everyone, this is Adil, Nauman, Salman, and Ravnat. Today we're presenting our information system proposal for Mary Coffee Place. So Mary Coffee Place is a growing business that started as small, a family business, and expanded into multiple locations because of their high quality products and great customer relationships. However, the business is growing, but the system is not growing. Many procedures are still done manually, which cause errors, delays, and difficulty in managing operations. The goal of our project is to analyze and find solution for those problems and recommend a system that can help, improve, and support the future growth for the business of Mary's Cafe. And I'm gonna hand in to my friend Salma, and she's gonna talk about the current company status.
Thank you, Adil. So today I'm gonna talk about the current status. So let's do with the background first. So we have the background. It starts with a small business in downtown Vancouver and expanded because of his relationship and how he's very friendly with the people, and he have a gathering in network. So he expand that multi-location in a different location. Then we have it here that even though that, and also we have the granddaughter also have the same career or the same path, and she have also to join that kind of the business to update things and to make it a leader to a leadership of that business and to update and have a new things to do. Even though that the business is grown and having a multi-location and having like a good cost, but the challenges they faces about the manually things they have do it, inventories and also cash, and also they have also things for the system risk, and they have also like to do manually the transactions and customer limitation. Let's do one by one the issues that they have it. Inventories that we have a search for the software, and later on we're gonna explain in details about the Odoo ERP. But the inventories, they do it by manually. So they doing like if they're having a kind of loss of the milk or coffee or whatever, and they key account, so they are relay or depends on the human. Also for the transaction, they have the same thing. They're doing by manually, and when they are counting, so also it depends on the humans, which are they can count wrong or whatever that can be happens for that thing. So and also we have it about more than transaction and inventories. We have the customer itself, the information. It has not only in one system, they have it in a multiple system, which is also cost a lot of time and a lot of money that it's used. So the next thing that we have also is system risk. Then we have a system risk, so that that's mean that doesn't have any kind of backup. So if there is any kind of natural disaster like flooding or anything, that they can lose that software, so they lose everything and they have to redo everything again, which will cost them time and also cost money for them. Moreover, we have it here about the customer limitation. Customer limitation that have like a kind of loyalty and a program like for them to attract the customers to come and to have it more and more. We have it here also like, as we mentioned, the customer information they want to have in a several place, which is very hard to take if they want like histories or whatever they want to for that customer. So it will be difficult for them to like back up or to have a history for that, because it's gonna confuse about that thing. So to attract more, so they need like a kind of rewards or cashback or like something like that to attract more and more customer to come. Thanks, and now we're gonna pass it for the Naman, and he's gonna talk about a needs analysis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Salma, for passing it to me. So, as Salma said, there are some changes required in the system in order to improve its efficiency and make it a better coffee place. So, today I am here to talk about the need analysis for this coffee place. So the first system I'm going to talk about is the sales process system. So right now the system uses separate method for the card payments, for the cash payments, and every time as everything is done manually, right? So the cashier have to like put the transaction manually by hand, and sometimes they put the same transaction twice, which really causes delays and really increase a lot of mistakes in the system. Second system I'm going to talk about is inventory management. Right now everything is manually, right? So the staff has to count whatever is left over. They have to count the milk crates. They have to check about the coffee beans. They have to check about the baking goods. And sometimes in the busy peak hours, it really fell short. Also, so the third system I'm going to talk about is account payable process. Right now everything is manual, as we said again. Everything is manually right now, right? So the cashier have to print out the invoice for the customers, and then it goes back to the store manager for the approval, and then it goes back to the accountant, and then it goes back to the customer through Gmails or through their phone numbers. So this really causes a lot of time and delays in the orders. So the another important problem in the account payable is that customer data is not much. So we are using Excel spreadsheets for the data, but the thing is like sometimes it's often duplicated, and also it makes difficult for the business to understand customer behavior or build loyalty programs. There is also a lack of real-time data between the managers because they can't quickly assess this data, and it really causes a lot of time to open that data up, and sometimes it is opened by the unauthorized people, and which really cause security related issues. The first and foremost thing in this coffee place is the customers' security and their loyalty program. So in order to improve all this system, we need an integrated system which can really improve and connect all these systems together, so that everything should be like done on the system. No one has to do things manually by their hands. It's gonna really save time for the coffee place staff members, and for the customers. They can order through the machines and all that stuff, so they don't have to like do card payments and cash payments separately. Thank you. So now, from now onwards, to describe about the solutions and recommendations, I'm passing this to Ramani.
Thank you, Naman, for passing it on to me. I want to talk about 3 information systems that me and my team believe are the best for Mario's Place Coffee. First one is Odoo. This is very popular right now. It is a unified ERP. It provides an integrated collective solution for Mario's Place Coffee's needs when it comes to POS, accounting, CRM, inventory. It has a lot of strengths. First one being automated business processes like AI-powered OCR. AI-powered OCR, what it's going to do is, let's say Kunal receives an invoice from a vendor for milk, right? There's a lot of wastage at the place right now. Let's say he receives an invoice for the milk, and he doesn't have to manually go ahead and read the invoice and enter all the data. Once the invoice makes it to our system, AI-powered OCR is going to detect all the contents and automatically post them into our books. There are other strengths to it, such as great UX experience, which will be easier for our employees to train. It has integrated loyalty and CRM. It basically collects customer data, emails at the point of sales, makes it easy for anyone, such as the baristas, to run a storytelling marketing campaign, let's say. And it could simplify very little things such as hi, hello, small talk conversations for our baristas, which is definitely going to help with sales. It has some weaknesses. To start with, transaction fees. Transaction fees for Odoo is 2.6% plus a 10-cent fees on top, which can become very expensive for the business as it's scaled. But that is a discussion for Adil to make. The second ERP or an information system that we came up with was Square. Square is very popular, again, industry leader for front of house speed and ease of use, but it presents some back office challenges for business scaling to 6 locations. UX, as I said, user experience is a great advantage of this system. It also has great transaction speed, integrated loyalty, CRMs, but it doesn't have CRMs under its own roof. So we might have to, look for more systems, look for more softwares to integrate with Square in order for this software to work for all of the organization. Hardware aesthetics, again, very good. But the only weakness, as I said, is that it's not going to be a full ERP. That means it's not a comprehensive solution, according to my team, for this business. And it does have some manual accounting that's going to go with it, so I believe it's not going to make Kunal's job as easy as Odoo. The third recommendation I want to talk about is Nola Pro. Again, a great software. It is a professional accounting suite designed for high integrity bookkeeping and financial controls. The strength of this is a strong accounting and financial tracking, excellent for audit trails, vendor debt tracking, and traditional double entry accounting, and it provides a financial teeth to the current manual system lacks. The gap, however, is that it's a little traditional and orthodox, which may eliminate some usability factor to it. It's going to be hard for employees to be training over the software, and this is mainly regarded as an accounting software, so it is, again, not as comprehensive as Odoo, just like Square. So I think it's pretty obvious what mine and my team's recommendation for this is. We recommend, ta-da, Odoo. It is, we believe that it's, again, a once in for all collective solution, because it is fulfilling all of our requirements. It is super user-friendly, easy to scale, and easy for our employees to train on. It is cost-effective. It is way cheaper than any other information systems out there for all the integration and all the in-house apps it has to offer, which Adil is going to talk about in just a few minutes. It has a very good efficiency, very good support, and a lot of the processes here are automated. So employees would not have to, speak to each other about certain invoices just for the data to be transferred into the system. I think we will be evaluating a lot of communication silos and a lot of bottlenecks in the procedure. And it has great POS. It has great POS, CRMs, there's inventory management that comes with it, and AI-powered OCR, so win-win for everybody here. I'm going to pass it on to Adil for talking about the implementation plan for our dream implementation.
Thank you, Rahmat. So to fix those problems, we suggest using Odoo ERP system step by step. First, the company needs the right tool. This includes OPS machines, computers, barcode scanners, and a strong internet connection that can help the system to work. Also, Odoo is cloud-based, so there is no need for a server, which is less money, and you save money, and this makes it easier for them, and it's easier to use Odoo as well. So the total cost is about $25,000, which covers the system, the equipment, the training, and the setups, which is the perfect fit and a perfect budget for the Mary's Coffee. The system will be set up in steps. First, planning, then setup, then moving all data, testing, training the employees, and finally launching the system. This helps avoid problems, makes the changes in a smooth way. After everything is set up, the company will check how the system is working and how improvements there are, and there's anything or errors or came out, they can fix it. And at the end, they can see the improvement from if needed. Overall, this plan works the best for the company to use as a new system successfully without affecting daily works. So to conclude, Mary's Cafe is a successful business, but its current system are outdated and no longer supports its growth. And there is problems, manually work errors, which is the company is facing challenges such as manual procedures, lack of integrations, and limited access to accurate data. By implementation Odoo ERP, the company will be able to automatically operate the system, reduce errors, and improve decision making. The system will also help them improve customer service relationships and experience, and support a loyalty program and allow the business to continue growing in the future. Overall, this proposal allows the adopting a model information system as it is an important step for the Mary's Coffee to stay motivated and competitive and successful in their business. And thank you for listening.